Hey y'all, today we're going to be creating this style pictured here. So to create this style, I used a rat tail comb for my parts. I used a hard bristle brush to create nice smooth sections. Then I also used a new gel. I used this Aunt Jackie's flaxseed gel for smoothing the outer sections. I am working on old hair, but this is the one product I used. And I used comfortable ouchless bands to secure the different sections. So I'm starting off on old hair, and I'm doing that simply because I want to take advantage of the fact that old hair gives me a lot of volume, and also it's easier to kind of shape and play with and manipulate older hair to create really big styles. I do feel like curls can become kind of like Play-Doh after a while, and that's what I love about the volume I have once my hair gets old. The downside is it is a little harder to create sections because my hair has gotten a bit tangly on the ends, so I just took my time creating the sections. I would say this is probably the hardest part of doing this style, is creating these 3 sections. So we're going to create 3 different sections, one in the front, one in the middle, and one in the rear. Now this is based on a video I saw on TikTok. A young lady in that video's hair was a lot longer than my own, so I really was nervous as to how this was going to come out, and I did not have any kind of braiding hair or anything to add, and I didn't really want to use any, so I just wanted to see what it was going to come out like. And that's one of the tips I would give for anyone that's hair is about the length of my own, or maybe even shorter, is to definitely take advantage of the volume curly hair can give. It can definitely give the appearance of being a lot fuller in the buns and the mohawk that you're creating without having to use added hair if you start off on an old style. I feel like if I had started off on a freshly curly wash and go, this style would not have worked so well. So I'm starting off on an old twist out and creating those 3 sections. And it was a little hard to kind of make sure that my parts looked neat. I just, more importantly than making sure that they were super straight, wanted them to be even instead of kind of having lopsided sections. I just did my best to kind of make sure they added up on each side and started at about the same point on each side. So I had the front section start at the tip of my ear, the middle section end at the back of my ear, and so forth, kind of as little markers along to help me with creating these sections. Then once I get those general sections created, I'm going to go back after I kind of just move them out of my way and then work in those smaller subsections to create and build this style. Alright, since I'm starting off on older hair, my hair has definitely gotten frizzy and fluffy, so I'm using some of that Aunt Jackie's styling gel around my hairline, as well as a little bit of castor oil around my hairline to just lay down my hair and add nice sheen to my edges and to each of these sections. I feel like even though this style could have more of a kind of fluffy, frizzy look, I personally wanted a more sleek look in those individual sections for the mohawk instead of it to be frizzier. So that's why I'm using one of these more firm bristle brushes. I feel like those work really well at just making my hair wave up and get nice and smooth right away. Okay, so now that we have the first section, she split the ponytail in half and then created 2 buns from each of those sections. Now to do this, I went ahead and just kind of rolled the hair over my 2 forefingers and then bobby pinned it in place to create little buns. And then I would take the bun once it was shaped and kind of fluff it and pinch it even more to just kind of take advantage of the volume and make it look even fuller. And I just played with the look of this and shaped it as I went along. I didn't want them to be kind of misshaped, and I kind of wanted each of the buns to have a similar size, as well as for the placement of them to just be pretty flattering to the face. So you can go ahead and adjust this as you'd like, depending on the overall or finished look you want to create, but this is kind of just the way I decided to style it, and I was inspired by, like I said, that original video, but I ultimately ended up kind of adjusting it so that it could be best suited for my hair type, my hair, as well as even my face. So now we have 6 buns because we used each of those sections to create 2 little parts. And y'all know me, I do love more sleek edges, so I went ahead with some more of that styling gel, created some baby hairs, and then also took the comb just through those side parts that are exposed to make sure they look nice and smooth and laid down. And this is the finished look, y'all. I really like how this style came out. I'll probably rock it for like 1 or 2 days, and I absolutely love this styling gel. I feel like it gave a nice shine to my hair. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.